Lots of people, when they start doing Amazon, think they want to outsource product research. But in my opinion, product research is where you are going to make the money. Like, you can make money by being very aggressive in marketing, but by finding a good product, this is where you can actually differentiate yourself and grow very quickly by just having something which is a really good fit for the market. There are many techniques to do this.
Welcome to the Location Independent Startup Show. Here we discuss business, lifestyle design, personal development, and much more with some very special guests and experts who have been there and done that. Learn how to live life on your terms with me as your host, British entrepreneur and investor, John Cavendish.
Okay, so welcome to episode 2 of the FBA Explained series. In this episode, I'm going to quickly recap what we did in the last episode. If you haven't watched it, please go back. It may be the last episode of the podcast, or it might actually be a few episodes ago, but it'll be called FBA Explained, Episode 1, Business Models Explained. So what we're going to do in this episode is I'm going to dive into the first part of FBA Explained. So the idea of these mini-series is that as well as getting the experience and the shares from other people in interviews, you're also going to get experience of actually how this model works. So the two biggest things I believe, as we're going to go through on most episodes here, that hold people back from starting a business is the belief that it can actually work. And that belief, in my opinion, comes from seeing someone else like us do something and be successful at it. So that's what I try and bring in the interviews. So in the interviews, I talk to people just like you and me who have started a successful location-dependent business and making good money, and they break down, what they do, how they charge for it, how they actually make money, and also the belief that led them to actually continue to do this thing until they were successful. So once you've got the belief, the next part is the model and the mechanics. So the models that I understand are, Amazon FBA, e-commerce in a certain aspects, because FBA is quite limited in e-commerce, but these aspects of e-commerce, and their, consulting and productized services. So the first series, which we're recording now, is FBA, so e-commerce, FBA e-commerce. In the last episode, I took you through how this works at a very high overview, which I can actually take you into now on the iPad again. And then from there, we're going to dive into number 1. So just load this up here. E-commerce. So as you remember, I did this very, very sketchy, dodgy looking diagram, which I'm going to make much better as episodes go along. So e-commerce, so it's opportunity. So opportunity is finding something on the Amazon platform that we think is going to work. Number 2, validating the idea. So we're seeing if it'll work. Validating is just a high level, is this thing possible? Validate product. So can we find something of good quality for this money? Like, we've done the first bit, we've done this could work. We can buy it at the right price to make this work. Number 3 is, will the quality be okay? Number 4 is branding and initial order. So that's pretty obvious, pretty self-explanatory. Number 5 is creating assets. So that's creating things that sell and help you sell this product. Number 6 is shipping products, so logistics, management, especially when you're going to either US or EU, there's lots of things you have to do, and I'm going to go through that at a high level. I'm not a financial advisor, so you can't rely on that, but I will give you the things you should be looking at, the people you should be talking to. Then market and test, so how do we know, what do we call success? Like, once we have something that's there, like, what is success? And number 8 is scale and grow. With the aim of building a multi-million-dollar income stream. So multi-million-dollar, what I mean is multi-million-dollar revenue. Like, our aim is to scale to millions of dollars in profit. But in order to have a good Western income, you need to be doing $1 million in revenue. Especially as you launch products, it's going to be a year of reinvesting all the capital, and the more capital you put in first, the quicker that you can grow before you can take out any profits. If your margin on your business is 20% after all advertising costs, which would be a good target because you might be spending a lot on advertising to start out with, and you're doing $1 million in revenue, that's $200,000. But being that you want to invest, you don't want to be taking all of that money out of the business. And I'll talk about that later as well. So number 1 here is opportunity, finding a product that sells. Now, let's look at opportunity. So, what's an opportunity? An opportunity is a product where we think we can compete in the marketplace against the other competition. Now, what does compete mean? Compete means that we can come into the marketplace and we can offer something that either isn't covered in the market, is badly marketed, or we have a different angle on something. There are lots and lots of Me Too products on Amazon, and that can work, but it's not a defensible position. So, for example, if we were selling garlic presses, everyone used to use garlic presses 5 years ago as an example. Could be anything. Garlic presses, phone holders, phone cases, whatever. It used to be you could just find a phone case, shove it on Amazon, and it will start selling because nobody else is doing that. These days, you have factories coming in and competing with you. So we want to be able to compete at a different level. We need to be marketers and think of ourselves as marketers and brand builders rather than just somebody who finds a product and throws it on the Amazon platform. So you might be able to compete. You may compete with reviews. And that's like, okay, the competition only has 100 reviews. I think that we can get 100 reviews in a certain amount of time, and then we're actually out-competing them on social proof. And the reason they don't have so many reviews could be that it's a new product. It could be that they haven't done good marketing themselves. It could just be that it's a category where people don't leave that many reviews. We might be able to out-compete on value. Value could mean dollar price. It could mean bundle. So we could be slightly more expensive than somebody else, but we bundle. It could be actually premium. It could be a more premium version of that product. It could be, say if something is badly made or badly finished, this could be much better finished version. It could be in a more premium color. If something comes as white plastic, maybe black plastic, maybe metal of the same thing. It could be many different things. We can compete on features. So features might be, it has something else. There's many different features you can have. Add something new to it. And it can be that we can compete on brand. If everything else in the market is generic and we have a certain brand and we have some assets behind us, then we can create a brand from scratch. But maybe you already have a following. Maybe you have something like with you on the internet that you can leverage. This could be leveraging your own brand, or it could also be partnering with somebody else to leverage their brand. So that's actually a good opportunity we didn't really talk about. But if you want to partner with somebody who already has a brand and has a following, then that could be a really good opportunity too. So rather than just tell you about this, I thought I could actually dive in and show you some stuff on Amazon.com. There I am. Okay. Lots of people, when they start doing Amazon, think they want to outsource product research. But in my opinion, product research is where you are going to make the money. Like, you can make money by being very aggressive in marketing, but by finding a good product, this is where you can actually differentiate yourself and grow very quickly by just having something which is a really good fit for the market. There are many techniques to do this. You can use tools like Jungle Scout or Helium, and there are many tutorials online if you want to look at some of those tutorials on how to use Jungle Scout and Helium. Feel free to, and post some comment below here, like what you found the most useful. What I'm going to do is go more into the old school method, which is to look at things that interest you, something that you actually know about. Because if it's an industry you know about, a hobby, something like that, you will probably have better knowledge than the people who are just looking at these tools and then selling whatever the tool tells them to. So if we're going to start with this, let's start with camping. Camping could be tents, it could be anything. Let's look at hike tent. So this is a bit of a larger product. Lots of people, when they start out with FBA, start with small, very small shippable products. The issue with small products is that it's a saturated market these days. You have to have something that differentiates you to be able to source and launch that product. So now we're looking at hike tents. Interestingly, not many reviews on all these products. Some 300, 590 reviews. I don't know these brands, but they look very nice. So now what we want to do is we want to see how much these are selling. So you could use Helium 10, you can use Jungle Scout, or you can actually look at the bestseller ranking on the listing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Jungle Scout. It's a very good tool. I'd highly recommend you get the plugin to pull data. It's much, much quicker. It's now August, but it's August during Corona time, so I have no idea if people are going camping at the moment. But for example, here we go. There's the top seller here. Apparently he's doing $70,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $28,000 a month. To be honest, this is a relatively low. These are relatively low sales numbers. What I would expect for hike tent. I guess it's probably very much down due to Corona. We can also have a look at that in this tool by looking at the bestseller rank, which is not here. View monthly sales history. Let's have a look at the monthly sales history. Okay, well, according to this product has been growing month over month. Let's have a look at, apparently this one in 2017 was doing really, really well, 600 units a month, and now it's only doing 100 units a month. So you can see here that products over time ride different waves of popularity, and it's up to us once we've started something to keep it popular. So here, okay, we're looking at this, we can see sales prices on the front page are running 120, 130, 160, 140, cheaper one there, $60, 140, 140, 110, 150. So at the hike tent top, 10 listings, I would say an average of around 130, 140 USD. So that's actually a nice product value. From there, we're like, well, okay, so what features are people looking for? This is interesting because this is a different shape tent, more of a overall dome tent. And a lot of these hike tents are longer and thinner tents. Yeah, so okay, let's have a look. This has 68 ratings. It's $130, and it's only a 4-star average. If you want to hear, it's doing around 50,000 a month, 400 units a month. And so we look at it, we see, why are these selling well? Very nice image here. This is a good choice. Nice reviews on page 1, good images. So we tent is pretty bad. We see what people don't like about it. And we see, so this definitely stands out because of the color and because of the shape. They actually have 2 colors here. Very nice. And it's selling well without that many reviews at a decent sales price. So this could be an opportunity here, if we were starting a brand, to have a shape similar to this and then add value in some way. So something here which we can see is they only have it in yellow and green. So at the moment, it's only got 4-star average and it's only available in yellow and green. Maybe there's a color that people are really looking for with this tent, and we can see. There could also be 12% negative reviews. Let's see what people don't like about it. Small, terrible zippers, poor quality material, broke strap, zippers too flimsy. I don't think so. Yeah, so it seems like zippers is one thing, but we'd go through in detail listing everything that's wrong with this product. And then from here, we also look at what we can do differently. So it says it has a lightweight waterproof backpack tent, 2-person hiking tent with tent backpacking, easy setup, 3 aluminum poles, double layer. So to be honest, this is stuffed with keywords and not a very good title. It works well for Amazon, but it's hard to read. Just shoved the word backpacking here. Excellent space for the weight, balance of features and weight, best lightweight tent. Yeah, so it's not bad. You can see in this picture what it comes with. So it comes with a aluminium poles, ground sheet, guidelines, and the tent. It doesn't show here if it comes with pegs, which is strange. That would be also something that I would include if you were going to do this. It has nice images though. And yeah, this could be a good opportunity. So what we would do then is make a list of many, many opportunities, what we think of this, and where we go in the future. So I'm going to go back to myself here. So here we would say, okay, so hike tent, what are the opportunities? Well, opportunity is we think that's around $130, $130,000. We think that there's an interesting shape. There's a product with only 68 4-star reviews is selling around 50K per month. And it's okay. It's got some issues, which is zipper, material, and then there's a bundle. So what do we look for in a hike tent? So I've done a bit of hiking in the past, and what it doesn't say, it says it's a lightweight tent, but it doesn't have any particular thing that I would want as a consumer in those, in that title or bullets. So what else? What other type of backpacking is there? Maybe there's cycle. Maybe there's cycle packing. Maybe we can add that in. Maybe it fits into a certain size backpack, 30 liter or 40 liter with your kit. That would make it even more interesting to me. Maybe we could bundle it with something else. Maybe we can say this is good for snow. There's a lot of pictures of it with snow. Maybe we can make it a snow tent. People like to, well, in my experience, people that are hiking like to have equipment which is even higher specification they need. So maybe there's ideas. So it could be snow, super lightweight, amazing zippers. It could be quick erect. These are many, many different things that we're getting, this tent could be. This is the first thing that I looked at. So there is every chance that this won't turn out to be a good opportunity. And this is why when you're doing this, I'm doing this one item at a time, but this should be building into a spreadsheet and having as many, many ideas as possible. And after that, that is when, if you wanted an assistant to do things, that's when you can give this information to an assistant and they can mine all this data that we want to compare it to the competition. But for us, this is how we're going to start. So let's scroll back up again. There's opportunity, so number of reviews, value, bundle, more premium, features, and brand. So Kazoo. I personally don't know of Kazoo. Doesn't sound too bad. It doesn't sound like a complete Chinese brand. I like their logo. They have a selection of tents. That's interesting. So what we'd also do once we're looking at brand is look at what else these guys sell and what their biggest seller is as a brand. So I'm looking at what else they sell. It's quite nicely done. So now we have an idea of what they sell. Let's see what their biggest seller is and how much they're doing overall as a brand in revenue. That's interesting. So this is a lesson for naming your brand. If you name it something which is also a product, you're not going to rank for your own brand name. So obviously this happens a lot. So people are saying Kazoo tent is one of the highest search terms. They have a lot of different tents. And we can see here through our Jungle Scout plugin, some of their other stuff, like the family tent, very big seller. This one, good seller, 100,000, 193,000. To be honest, seems like a really good opportunity. There's lots of these, not many reviews on any of these products. They're all very nice looking, very, very good images, look expensive, but not that expensive. And volume is good. As you can see below, also Coleman, one of the biggest brands in the industry. Some of their tents are absolutely killing it in terms of volume, $1 million a month, $600,000 a month. But Kazoo, as a small brand, is doing very well because of the high quality listings. Now what we're going to do is we're going to validate that idea in the next episode. So if you found this valuable, it would be awesome and mean a lot to me if you could like and subscribe. If you could leave a comment, even better. I want to build more and more and more of these videos. And the more people that subscribe to the channel and the more people that ask questions, the more I know, what to build next. So let me know what you think of this episode, and I will see you in the next episode when we're going to validate this idea. Thank you.